I'm gonna have to redo that and do a voiceover because my mic was off. That's awesome. Welcome back, beauties. D.Beasley here. As you can tell from the title of this video, we will be doing this look here. This video is featuring the Painted Dolls Cosmetics Cotton Candy Dream Palette. I really wanted to play in some color today, and I was sitting at work like, what can I do? What can I do? And this came to mind, so I wanted to show you all this look. I hope you all enjoyed the video. My microphone cut off in the middle somewhere. I'm not even sure where. But I just noticed it was off, so I had to turn it back on. And I'm probably going to have to change the battery in it. But it is starting to annoy me. Sorry. My camera's it's starting to... Too many technical difficulties going on. But I did want to do this look for you all. It is very late. Because that's just when I film. But I wanted to get on here, show you this look. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, beauties. I don't know why my lens giving me the blues, but it is. So today I wanted to just play in some makeup per usual. Don't really know what I'm going to come up with. But I have this Cotton Candy Dream Palette from Painted Dolls Cosmetics. And I wanted to use a few of the shades in this palette. I've used the palette before, but I don't think I've used it here on my channel. And I probably have, but here's what the palette looks like. I'll put all the information down below. She's actually about to do a rebrand. So it has a mirror. Nice little size mirror. And I want to play with these three shades. I have this Sephora Pro face palette that I picked up, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't used it. I was supposed to use it in another video I just recorded that I'm editing right now, and I didn't even pick it up. So my vanity is looking a little bit cray right now. I don't even know how I'm gonna sit here and do this, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and I hope y'all can see that I do have clothes on. I don't want y'all to think I don't have nothing on. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face with this Bobbi Brown Primer Plus Mattifier. I think the last time I told y'all when I did use this, I'm really just trying to use it up. It's not like my go-to let me grab it primer. I want to go pick up the Milk Primer again because I really like that one. I need to get the full size this time. I think it's been on sale like 4 times, really 5 or 6 times. And I have not picked it up. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm going to use the Morphe Brow Pencil in the shade Java. Oh my God, are we going to talk about August Alsina and Jada? So I can't believe, well, yes I can. He wanted that to come out. It was going to eventually come out. She about knew it. The way she's insinuating that he just stopped talking to her. Because I'm sure we all know exactly about this August Alsina Jada Pinkett saga. Will Smith is just caught in the middle. So basically, August Alsina, the singer, love him. He goes on... He has an album come out, goes and does an interview with Angela Yee. Angela Yee asks him about, you know, him being in love. Has he ever been in love before? You know, whatnot. He's like, yes. And, you know, I want to say she asked him about, you know, his relationship with the Smiths. And he's like, I love that family. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking, and I had to go back and watch the interview. Everybody is making this out to be about him and Jada. But to be honest with you, he gave a very intelligent interview. That just happened to be a spotlight because, you know, everybody wants the tea. But the interview was very good. Like they talked about, you know, what he has been going through, his sickness, you know, stuff of that nature. So the interview is very good, but nobody's actually focusing on that. That's the really bad part about it, because it was a really good interview. He sounds like a very smart young man. And I say young man because he is younger than me, but he sounds very smart and intelligent. But nobody focused on that. Nobody even focused on what he had been through, like in life, period. Everybody's just focusing on Jada Pinkett. So yeah, he basically was just letting her know, you know, he's been in love before, and you know, and in that particular situation, he gave his all, and like I felt that. You know how somebody be like talking about something and you be like, I felt that shit. Like I felt that, because he literally was like, you know, I gave my all in this situation. Yeah, I feel like his interview got overshadowed by that one question, of course. But it's like, girl, you knew he was gonna do that. If y'all had a relationship and it didn't end, I don't want to say it didn't end well, but like, if y'all had a relationship and like you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, I'm trying to get my words out. Like, I feel like she knew that was going to eventually come out. Like, I don't think that she didn't know that he was going to eventually say that. And I feel like he set it up to where he would get asked that, you know, because it was like a big deal interview that she was doing, which I didn't understand that. I guess it's because of whatever he's been through. You know, he came through it. That's really what I was thinking, because I was like, why are they doing like a whole interview? And I guess because he came out with an album. Plenty of people have come out with albums like since then, or during quarantine, and nobody's doing like this whole big interview with them. This is e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Deep Cinnamon. I'm just using it to prime my eyes. But so yeah, so he did the interview. Then everybody was like, oh my God, Jada, you're not gonna say nothing. She not gonna reply. They not gonna say nothing about it. You're not gonna deny or, you know, affirm his accusations, or not accusations, but just what he's saying. And she brought herself to the red table, honey, and was like, me and him were in an entanglement. Now that's the word of the year. Like, ain't nobody heard the word before, but the way she used it, she made it seem like, you know, like, oh, like it was a situation. She would have just did better by saying situation. But, so she was like, yeah, you know, I found myself, you know, and they were saying that they were separated. And here's the thing. Everybody wanted her to say something, but then when she said something, everybody was like saying she was lying. Like, what? Which one is it? Either you want them to say something about it, or you don't want something. And if they are lying, like, it really ain't our business, to be honest with you. She's just saying something because he brought it up in his interview, and everybody like, oh, yeah, he used to mess with Jada. That's what we used to think back in the day. La, la, la. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason I feel like she addressed it. Because I'm going to be real with you. I wouldn't have addressed it. I would have really got on there and been like, there was something that me and my husband was going through. You know, I was, you know, whatever. I was just like, that's something me and my husband was going through. And I feel like there was a private matter. And I don't have to say y'all nothing. But she got on there and addressed it. Let's take the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to take this shade. It is called Thick Skin. And it's like a nudie brown color right there. Before I lay the other colors down. So yeah, that's really basically what happened. So she brought herself to the table, but nobody believed her. You know, because she got talking about entanglement, and then Will had to be like, now you know you're going to have to explain yourself better than that. What do you mean entanglement? And I was glad he said that, because it's like, when she said that, I was just like, she should have just been like, after they said that they had separated, I feel like she should have just been like, me and him were in a situation, and I guess they were in a full-blown relationship. Hell, I don't know. But she should have just been like, you know, we were in, you know, a situation with each other. It's been years ago. But me and my, me and you weren't together, which they explained or whatever. Which everybody keeps saying that Will looked like he was hurt. He did. I don't know if it was just like quarantine or whatever. And, just being, cut off. I don't want to say cut off from the outside world, but just literally, unshaved, he just looked a little. He looked a little like, I can't believe this shit done came up. That's really what he looked like, to be honest with you. So, that's more colorful than I wanted it to be. Let me take this bronzer and brown it out, because I didn't want it to look like that. But yeah, so yeah, nobody liked the answer that she came up with. Then they got to being too extra with it, talking about ride together, die together, bad marriage for life. Like, who advocates a bad marriage? Like, why? Hell, you make the people who hadn't been married, like, be like, I'm gonna chill out over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, it was all crazy. It was too much, I think. I feel like it was too much. I feel like they didn't owe nobody an explanation, but because they're Will and Jada, and because he put it on blast, and because it was a whole situation, because we got other stuff going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally more important things going on. And I did watch the interview, though. I'm not gonna act like I didn't. Now, I watched it after everybody like was talking about it, because I was like, what interview are they talking about? Like, that's what made me go and watch it. But I noticed how articulate and how smart he, was. But, or how, how articulate, how, I liked how good the interview was. I'm going to say that. I feel like it was a really good interview. And I feel like the fact that he spoke about him and Jada's relationship is what overshadowed the actual interview, and then talking about his new project, because they really talked about, like, relationships, and then they didn't really talk about the actual music. They talked about stuff he had been through, stuff like that, but not actually about the project. I feel like she asked questions about it, but I don't feel like he was all the way like, I don't feel like he was all the way like answering the questions like he should have answered. I'm going to take this shade in the, what is this? The Tartelette Toasted palette. I'm going to take the shade Fireside. It's just a dark brown. But yeah, I just feel like that overshadowed the whole interview, because it was a really good interview. So, and nobody's actually talking about his music. You know what I'm saying? I've been listening to it. It's really good, but nobody's talking about the music. It's like he did all that just to create the chaos. And then somebody even went so far and said that like they actually know what questions they're gonna ask, and that he may have even had the questions written up. They may have even given her the questions, because the way stuff works, like, they don't want to be, shocked, or they don't want to be thrown off by the questions that will be asked, and stuff like that. So they may have already knew, which, if that's the case, like, that's dumb. Like, that's absolutely dumb. But if they ain't got nothing else better to do, I guess so. They still haven't arrested Breonna Taylor's killers. We're still waiting on that. Trump's still out here acting a... y'all know what. And coronavirus is still amok. Still amok. I'm going to take this MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. We're going to use this to cut my crease. I recorded a look for the channel. I recorded a look for my channel the other day, and because my lens was acting up and not focusing, I put it on auto or manual focus, and I was blurry majority of the time. So I couldn't do nothing with that video, because I am, right after I put it in, it already wasn't focusing like I wanted it to focus. But as soon as I put it in manual focus. Like it's like I was just blurry, just like the background. But I wasn't like all the way blurry, but I said I can't do nothing with this video. So I just deleted it all.